welcome to the third episode of Draw for Initiative. My dear friend Tina and I, we will have paintings for you in about a minute. Today it's King of Tokyo, which is a competitive dice game for 2 to 6 players, 8 years and older, for about 30 minutes around. And it's awesome, you gotta try it, especially if you have kids who love monsters. It's Yahtzee on speed, pretty much. So this is the game that we're gonna have today. And my dear Tina, what was the focus of your painting? What did you want to do?
I tried to get many aspects into the game, especially the funny costumes you could put on your monsters, and well, I tried to also give some focus to the action the players had with each other. And yeah, I tried to get the city, which is the setting for the game, more into the background, so I made it a bit cardboardish.
Kind of. That's cool. Well, I had a different kind of approach. I focused on the monsters. I wanted to have their fight be the focus and play a bit with them actually not being in focus. So stay tuned, we're gonna start the painting now. So there we are. Let's paint, or draw, or do something.
Yeah, this painting, I got the tip from you to use that watercolor pencils to do the drawing stuff in the beginning. I will do that in the future.
Yeah, I like them when I know that I'm not gonna ink over some lines. I like to use the watercolor pencils instead, because they just dissolve when you go with watercolors on top. So, but when I know that I have inked lines, I prefer a pencil, actually, for whatever reason. It's weird like that. Again, you're working on a smaller surface. I'm having the largest surface ever. It's 24 by 30 inches, I think, or centimeters. I don't know, but it's the biggest watercolor surface I do have, and I need my whole table, and I'm dancing around the table while painting.
So it's a bit bigger than you, even.
Yeah, kind of. Just a tiny bit, you know.
Yeah, it's really impressive if you see it in real life.
Well, I had to go that big because of the monsters fighting. I wasn't sure I could achieve that with a smaller surface and not getting those broad brush strokes in there, so I had to go big.
Good choice there. In the opposite, my monsters will be tiny compared to the people, so it's alright.
Yeah, but they're so cute. I'm gonna say, once you have the pencil lines, which are kind of... Oh no, you're already starting. I love the android kind of figure, and I adore the dinosaur Godzilla kind of thingy.
Yeah, he looks like a plushie.
Yeah, he has a different name in the game, and I don't remember.
Yeah, it's still Godzilla.
Yeah, we just call him Godzilla. That's what we do. And I'm inking.
Yeah, already, like always.
Well, again, I'm having way less detail. I'm just having 4 characters on the sheet, 2 monsters, 2 players. So there's not a lot that I had to add with the line work.
Also, you pretty much have more experience with, you know, just putting down some strokes of the lines, and then, yeah, you will do the rest on the go.
Yes, that's what I always do. I'm just not patient enough to sketch it out. So I add the details with ink or with a watercolor, but I'm not patient with sketching beforehand. So, and only those characters at the table, the players pretty much are going to be inked. I'm not gonna ink the monsters, so it's even quicker that way, you know. Yeah. And there's a tiny screw up with the hair and the neck, so she has to have... She has to have lots of hair to cover that one line.
Also, you have to have minor screw up in every picture.
Yes, it wouldn't be
I
mine.
won't have a chance anyway.
Well, I always have screw up in pictures. Always.
Yeah.
It's like 99.9%.
And it's most times with the ink. You should think about that.
Yes. Maybe I just should go with watercolor and not with ink. But anyway,
Well,
I'm getting to watercolor. I'm already there. I'm starting to color.
I'm still sketching out stuff. It's so unfair. Do you remember the times we had?
Oh yeah, I actually wrote it down because I wanted to know. Or I wanted to have, I'm a listing person, so I list things.
I never noticed that.
No, I know. It's just not obvious at all. So with this painting, you had 101 minutes and I had 151.
So
we're an hour apart, pretty much.
Yeah. So we probably, you know, took pretty much the same time for many things. But
yes, my track is just faster because the whole video of mine is longer. Yeah. So yeah. But I was very happy with the way the stomach of the Godzilla.
The shadowing is awesome.
It's just 2 colors. It's amazing.
Yeah.
What it does. And I use pretty much the same colors only on King Kong, so I'm just coloring him in right about now.
Did you use the Shiotaka colors?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that explains much.
I did. Yeah, they're highly pigmented and kind of oily almost, so they flow a bit differently than other high quality watercolors.
Yeah, I'm starting to ink!
You're inking! You're there!
Goodness, finally. I couldn't even remember if I was inking at all.
You were. You were. I really like the 2 players with you. It's the manga style that you use and it's awesome.
Well, I wouldn't really call it manga style because I don't dare to call anything I draw manga.
Well, the way that you draw the facial expression and the eyes is
it's
very
definitely
manga.
Inspired by that. But I'm still, and I have to explain that, I'm still one of the people thinking that only people growing up in Japan can really go manga style because it's well.
Yeah, it's like sauerkraut and bratwurst is our domain, and so is manga for Japanese people. There's just certain things that are, I don't know, in their genes or blood or whatever.
They really grow up with it and start early with it, and most Germans, Americans and whatever, most Westerners don't grow up with that, and you definitely see that in the style. It's mostly not as balanced, and the line work is much different to it, so I wouldn't really call it manga style, but it's inspired by manga.
It's the European manga that you're doing. Whoa. But I really like especially the face of the girl. Yeah, I really like.
I was lucky with that. Usually I have to do some struggling with faces.
Yeah.
And there we go with Marvin.
I always play him when we just play the base game. Yeah. With no costumes or Halloween expansions. I always play him. I really like it. He's yellow. I mean, come on. What's not to like?
Well, my picture is not green. You mean the yellow color for the player board. Yeah, true.
He's yellow in
and there we go with cutesy Godzilla.
Yeah, he's so adorable. He's so cute. I want to have him as a plushie or whatever. He's so cute.
Maybe I'm gonna knit some one for you someday.
I would probably, I don't know, dance in circles, make funny noises, and be like a 3-year-old girl if that would happen. So yeah. And I really like that you put in Cthulhu. I mean, he's not in the original game, but he so fits into that game, and wearing the princess costume. Come on, it's like the biggest gimmick ever.
Princess Cthulhu, here you are. If you've never seen one, here you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm a bit proud of how the monsters turned out. They were quite what I aimed for. I love that cutesy style, that SD style.
Very much. They're cool. Awesome. And I mean, you can see it in the video and on the photo and at the end of the video, but in the, when you have the painting in your hand, you can see even more very light shadows and fine lines, creases and stuff. So it's just adorable.
Thank you. So you look like you're nearly finished. I really can't believe we finished out at the same spot.
Yeah, well, that's the magic of video editing.
Yeah.
Maybe my video stream is like 50% quicker than yours.
Yeah.
So.
They are doing the gorilla's face.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I was thinking about doing that face because he's so cool with the two not matching eyes and stuff. He's cool. I like it that you chose him to draw him.
Well, it was actually not the gimmick in the painting, but the gimmick with the name. He's King Kong, and you know my last name, so I had to have him in there. So, for all you listeners who don't know, my last name translates to king, so of course I gotta have King Kong. So yeah,
many king jokes going around since we have lots of medieval style games.
Yes,
so
very royal.
You can do the math with that.
yeah.
Now I'm getting the watercolors.
Yes, finally.
Yeah,
I mean, I really like just pretty much watching at your whole stream, but I like it most with the watercolors because there I know you're still learning and I want to see what you learn from one week to the next, and I can see it, and it's just like, yay, she got it, she made it, it's awesome. So it's always my favorite part.
I like that line work you do there with that leaving spaces out at the back of that Godzilla monster.
Yeah, that was kind of a backwards coloring kind of issue. I had planned to have the dark color there way before around it because the light ochre is so similar to the yellow background I chose.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to see, where did I put that line? Where is it? So it's like, yeah, I guess it's there. Hopefully I'm coloring it in. It was super late that night. I was getting so tired at that point. It was like 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I remember that. You sent me a message with part of the picture, and I was accidentally awake that night.
Yeah, so. And there we do have the yellow eye that I'm not happy with. My the curve of the eye didn't work at all with the yellow, though I drew it exactly like it is on the player mat. It worked with the red eye, but not with the yellow one. It looks kind of flat in the end, but yeah, that was the only thing that really bugged me. And funny enough, when I look at the painting now, my eye still goes to the yellow eye right away.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
maybe it might calm you. I didn't notice until you mentioned it. So I thought it was just fine, and I really liked that face of that King Kong monster. So
yeah, and it's weird like that, with that when you paint something and you don't like something about your painting, your eyes always go straight to that spot.
True, yeah.
So
I've got that parts too.
I really like the Godzilla at your painting now. It's getting colored, and we have exactly the same colors that we use. We use the same green, the same light ochre, the same yellow.
We have that quite often. I have the feeling. So
yes, we seem to gravitate towards certain colors for certain things in our painting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised since we are very similar, but yeah.
Sometimes it just gets us, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Oh well, what to do, you know? And Cthulhu gets his bright pink-red dress. It's so cute. You know, another thing that we do have in common in our paintings, the girls win and the boys are like, oh my god!
And they are both on the left side.
Yes. It's kind of weird that we do so many things so similarly, and then with other things we're so far apart sometimes. the scene we choose, or I don't know, perspective we choose, but we kind of seem to gravitate towards same colors, or the same part of a game. And there's Cardboard City, and I really like how you got the different shades of gray with that ink. It's one and the same ink.
It wasn't that easy. Some of those are even accidents, I have to admit, but
happy accident.
Happy accidents, yeah. I also wasn't that happy with the skin color of the guy in the background. I still have to work on getting the right shades for skin colors.
Well, I think you used the same color with the girl.
Yeah,
right?
but it was much more lightly there.
I guess you had more water with the girl than you had with the boy, so the color got more opaque, I think.
Yeah. And I just was too late to get some color off the guy.
Yeah, you can blot it off like 2 seconds after, and the paper has to be damp.
Yeah.
So if you have these kinds of mistakes with damp paper underneath, you can blot it away even longer. But if you have dry paper underneath, which, if I remember correctly, you had dry paper underneath, you didn't wet it before.
I'm not that much wetting it. Yeah, there you see the background I was doing after the camera stopped. Yeah,
we had a little hiccup there.
Not too happy with that either, but well,
I like it. It's kind of, it has the watercolory feel. It has these blooms and stuff. So that's
there's
awesome.
Your awesome painting.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you, good. Yeah, so that was our video for this week. We hope you enjoyed watching along. Let us know in the comment section below which painting you prefer and what kind of game you want to have us paint images for next. Also, if you feel like giving this video a thumbs up, or share it with a friend, or subscribe to the channel, we very much appreciate that. Go ahead, and we're going to see you next Wednesday, 9 AM CET, back at this series. Bye!